Are you ready for some football? I am the game changer. I'm here to change the game. And hopefully, along the way, touch a few hearts. That game, of course, fantasy football. Welcome to Set 'em or Forget 'em, in which I share my vast wisdom and knowledge with you and only you. I'll tell you which players you should set in your lineups and which players you should forget and banish to the bench. Let's get started, shall we? Quarterbacks and who to set. Derek Carr, Raiders. Really pretty simple. Man's coming off a bye week. He's got a home game in Mexico City, and he's got a fragile Pats defense in a game that screams shootout. Set him. Also, we've got Ben Roethlisberger, Steelers. Look, Ben has been a terrible, well, not terrible, but not a good quarterback this year. But he's got a rotten Titans defense at home, and that's enough for me to say, set him? Quarterbacks and who to forget. Jared Goff, Rams. The kid has been on a scoring spree of late, but that ends in Minnesota this week against that Viking pass defense, which is for real. Forget him. Also, Kirk Cousins, Redskins. That Saints defense is no joke, and it is shutting down passing games. So forget Kirky this week. Running backs and who to set. Chris Thompson, Redskins. Fat Rob is done for the year, and with the Saints defense shutting down those wide receivers, I smell a lot of checkdowns to Chrissy, and that's a set 'em. Also, Orleans Darkwa, Giants. There are 3 reasons to set Orleans this week. Coolest name in football, only Giant who hasn't quit yet on Macadoodoo, and the Chiefs are terrible at defense. That's 3, and that's a set 'em. Running backs and who to forget. Joe Mixon, Bengals. There are 3 reasons to forget Joe this week. The Bengals stink at running the ball. The Broncos are angry and at home, and they used to be good at run defense. And Joe punches girls in the face. That sounds like a forget 'em. Also, we've got Lenny Fournette, Jaguars. Obviously, you're starting him. But beware the bulky ankle and the Browns' excellent run defense. You've been warned. Wide receivers and who to set. Michael Crabtree, Raiders. Well, Derek Carr was a quarterback to set at home in Mexico City against the Pats. And Krabby's the one that's going to be catching them balls. Set him. Also, we've got Marquise Lee, Jaguars. As mentioned before, you cannot run on those Browns, but you sure can pass on them. Giddy up and set them. Wide receivers and who to forget. Kelvin Benjamin, Bills. The Chargers are good against the pass. And someone named, and I did not make this up, Nathan Peterman is going to be throwing him the ball. Don't do it. Forget him. And Jordy Nelson, Packers. I know, but it looks like Brett only has room in his heart for one Packers receiver, and his name ain't Jordy. Forget him. Tight ends and who to set. Jared Cook, Raiders. The aforementioned Raider-Patriot shootout in Mexico City at altitude should provide fantasy dividends for all parties involved, particularly Mr. Cook, who has been on fire lately, and that's a set 'em. Also, Jimmy Graham, Seahawks. Obvious name, I know, but the man is scoring touchdowns at will, and that gets a set 'em. Tight ends and who to forget. Vern Davis, Redskins. He's been filling in lately for Jordan Reed and doing quite well. But that ends this week against tight end killer Kenny Vaccaro and the Saints defense. Forget 'em! Defenses and who to set? Arizona Cardinals. They get a chance to tee off on Tom, the Pocket Sloth, Savage this week, and that's good enough for a set 'em from me. Also, we've got the Los Angeles Chargers. They get Nathan Peterman traveling all the way to the left coast. Done deal. Set 'em. Defenses and who to forget? Buffalo Bills. Even a concussed Phillip Rivers could rush for 100 yards and a touchdown on this unit. Forget 'em. Also, the Miami Dolphins. Even at home against the human turnover Ryan Fitzmagic, I wouldn't go anywhere near these Fins. They've already packed for vacation. Forget 'em. And never forget the very simple fact that, say it with me, kickers do not matter. And that'll just about do it for this very enlightening and educational edition of Set 'em or Forget 'em. Now, lately, I've been getting a lot of questions about sort of my philosophy on life or how you could be more like me. And, of course, the simple answer is you can't be like me. Because there can be only one. But I do have a simple set of rules taught to me by my high school basketball coach that has served me very well over the years, and they are as follows. Never get less than 12 hours of sleep. Never play cards with a guy with the same first name as a city, and never get involved with a woman with a tattoo of a dagger on her body. Now, you stick with those, and everything else is cream cheese. All right. This is the Game Changer signing off. Sayonara, suckers.